Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBS in Denver and CBSDenver.com. Time for a few more minutes with our Xfinity Monday Live guest, Jason Hirsh, joining us tonight. Jason, we ended our Xfinity Monday Live show talking about sticky stuff, and one of the comments you made, and I think one of the comments that has really bothered a lot of people, or one of the things that has really bothered a lot of people, is the fact that Major League Baseball is doing this right in the middle of the season. We have seen the impact on spin rates. They have dropped dramatically. We've seen the impact on pitchers and their ERAs in Garrett Cole and Aroldis Chapman, two names that come to mind. The ERAs have skyrocketed. What do you make of all the talk about sticky stuff and what's gone on in Major League Baseball over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, you know, I don't like Major League Baseball trying to change things up right in the middle of it, and they could have certainly done this a lot cleaner. There could have been a protocol for it where, you know, somebody's getting checked in the dugout before they come out for the game. Like, I don't think we need to check guys in between every inning. And, you know, that gets a little bit excessive, and that's why you're going to get reactions like Scherzer, who's like, dude, this is like the third time you've checked me in the game. This is unnecessary. If you think that I'm cheating, you're out of your mind. And the same thing goes with, you know, the umpires don't really know what they're looking for. You know, they think that they're going to open a glove or look at a hat. There's going to be something there, but they don't know what level of tack is acceptable, what level of tack is not acceptable, you know, because sweat and rosin are still legal, and you can combine those two together to make something that is somewhat tacky to give you a better grip and increase spin rate. You know, they're going to have to find some measure of that. And one of my suggestions was, you know, if this is an issue, then put something on the mound that is quote unquote legal, that is acceptable by Major League Baseball standard as some form of a better grip to get on the baseball. Or you got to stop rubbing the balls up with mud and slicking them up, because that's what, you know, every new baseball that comes into the game is rubbed with that special mud, and the balls are slick. So a lot of times you'll see a pitcher get a ball back from the umpire, and they start, you know, rubbing their hands or trying to rub all that mud off to get a better grip on it. So I know in the Japanese leagues, they had this issue years ago, and they started making a ball that was already naturally tacky out of the wrapper. And instead of coming wrapped in clear plastic, it would come wrapped in like a hermetically sealed foil, and that maintained the tackiness of the ball. So I think there's a lot of routes that we could have gone with this discussion from a Major League Baseball standpoint. Instead, they just decided to throw the hammer down right in the middle of the season and create a fiasco that is now, you know, front page news across America.
So you're telling me Major League Baseball made some mistakes, Jason? I don't feel like we've ever talked about that before. This is a league that usually is right on.
Very, yeah. Well, and, you know, and to their discredit, or to their credit or discredit, they've got a lot of unanswered questions that they have not come up with yet. And this is just another distraction to a lot of those things. So I think Carlos Rendon said it best. He goes, you know, you're gonna give a 10-game suspension to a pitcher for having a sticky finger, but you're not going to suspend any of the Houston Astros for cheating. Mm-hmm. But I think there's some consistency in messaging and punishments, and Major League Baseball is dropping the ball on this.
Hey, Jason, let's talk about the AllStar game coming up next week at Coors Field. We got two Colorado natives that are going to be pitching for their respective All-Star teams. Obviously, you got fast baseball behind you. You work with young pitchers. What kind of message does that send to pitchers here in Colorado, where all they've heard, or maybe, you know, what they haven't heard is, oh, pitching in Colorado, it's so different anywhere else. Now you got two guys from our state who are going to be on the biggest stage in baseball next week.
Yeah, you know, I think Colorado's got a lot of talent. There's a lot of kids here that are very good baseball players. There's a lot of organizations that love looking at Colorado kids because they know that Colorado kids have to kind of shut it down after the fall because of the winter months. It gets cold outside. They're not able to be outdoors playing, you know, all day year round. And so you get pitchers who are kind of the hidden gems. And there's a lot of organizations, there's a lot of college programs that love looking at Colorado players. And I think just the high school programs and the college programs in town have done a great job over the last couple of years of really fostering some incredible talent. Some, you know, these kids are bigger and stronger than they've ever been. They've got access to more facilities like ours and more technology to help develop themselves into major league prospects, into collegiate prospects. And so I think Colorado's starting to turn the corner when it comes to developing next level athletes, and, you know, facilities like ours, and there's a lot of other ones around the city that are doing a great job of helping these athletes reach those heights and new levels to put us on the board.
Jason, if I'm a young pitcher, or if I'm the father of a young pitcher and I see fast baseball up there behind you, tell me about what you guys have going on.
Yeah, so we started our company as it was rooted in arm care and player development. And so we've continued that trend, and every new athlete that comes in goes through an assessment. We want to look at how their body's moving, how what their mobility looks like, what their arm action looks like, and their mechanics. And then based off that, we talk about, what are your goals as an athlete? What level do you want to play at? Do you want to gain velocity? Do you want to improve your pitch quality? And so we've got all the tools. Our staff here is incredibly intelligent and well-versed in using modern things like Rapsodo. We use hit tracks for our hitters. We do player assessments with On-Base U. So we're using all these new tools and technologies to help develop players. We don't run teams out of our facility. We are only player development. So if you've got an athlete or a player that just wants to be better at something or wants to try something that they've never done before, that's something that has come up a lot recently. We've got kids that have never pitched or kids that have never hit or even just getting their feet wet into the game of baseball. We can help out with all of those things through our website at fastcolorado.com. Our social media handles, Instagram is probably the one we're most active on, which is at Fast Baseball.
And fastarmcare.com as well. Jason,
Yep.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight, man. Really enjoyed the visit. And I know you're going to be out and about Coors Field next week, so looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Hey, that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much to you for logging on to CBSDenver.com and CBS in Denver.